Hi guys, today we're going to talk about this thing, which is a capo. This is one of the really great tools that you can use when you're playing for worship. Now in this, we do have to talk some theory. I know, I just said theory, don't turn the video off just yet. We're going to talk about practical theory that will help you be a better guitarist and help you understand your instrument better so that you can play at a higher level, hopefully, than what you are now. So the first thing we're going to look at with our capo is placement. No matter what fret you're putting it on, every guitar is a little bit different. So when we're putting our capo on, you need to get to know what your capo does to your guitar. I know that when I place my capo on, that my higher strings can sometimes be a little bit sharp. So having a visual tuner is a great idea. I have a tuner right here built into the pickup on my guitar. Some of you have stomp tuners that are on the floor in front of you. A visual tuner will really help you to make sure that your guitar's in tune when you place that capo. Because what we're doing is we're actually changing the pitch of our guitar. Now here comes a bit of our theory lesson. When we have our guitar in standard tuning, it's tuned to concert pitch. So the bottom note on the bottom string is E, A, D, G, B, E. Okay, so we've got all those notes throughout the guitar. That's a standard tuning for a guitar. If we look at this thing here, if we look on the guitar, that's called the nut. When you put a capo on, it's like you're moving the nut up and down the guitar. So if I put it on the third string there, we can hear that they're different now. It's not E, A, D, G, B, E anymore. We're starting from a G, C, and moving up through the different tuning that we've put the guitar in. So we're actually adjusting the pitch of our guitar. What does that mean for our guitar? When I play a G shape here, I'm actually playing a B flat chord. If I take my capo off for a second, you can see that that's a G chord. That sounds very different from what I just played. So I'm playing a B flat chord because the root of my note here is a B flat. The rest of it, because of the way that we've retuned the guitar, the way I arrange these notes in this chord, are now playing a B flat chord rather than the G chord, but we're still using that G shape. This is where it can start to get a little bit confusing as you start playing. So some chord charts that you'll see when you're playing with your worship team, it has chords for piano, but then above that it might have capo 1. And so you place your capo on 1, and then it tells you to play a G, play a C, play a D, play an E minor. The standard chords you'd play often in many, many worship choruses. But what you're actually playing is an A flat, a D flat, an F minor, and an E flat. So we've actually changed the notes that we're playing, but we're playing the shapes that we play for our other chords. This is one of the beauties of guitar. We take those shapes, and we're going to talk about lots of patterns that we can use to play guitar in other videos, but we can take the shapes of our chords and move them around the guitar to give different voicings and sounds to our standard chords. So we're going to show you in videos a lot of different shapes that you can move around your guitar that will help you play, and then if you add your capo to that, we're adding different key signatures that we can play them all in. So often we're going to teach you how to play something in our root position, in either in E's and A's and G's and D's. Move them around the guitar, see what you can find. This is also really good for when you're playing with another guitarist. So one guitarist might be playing an E down there. You might go, okay, I'm going to play my E up here. So I'm going to put my capo on. If I wanted to play an E in a C shape, there's an E chord as well. Very, very different voicing, very different sound, but same chord. So if you're playing a song that's written in E, you could play E, you've got your B, you've got your G sharp minor, you've got a lot of the chords that you're going to need in that key up here with your capo in a very different voicing. So two guitarists are spreading their sound out instead of having this muddy low end sound where we're just both guitarists are chunking through on an E nice and low. It's great fun, but maybe we can think more musically about it. So don't think of your capo as a cop-out, like, oh, I can't play bar chords, so I have to use a capo. Not the case at all. We're thinking about being musical. We're thinking about spreading out sound, and we're thinking about making it easier for ourselves, especially if you're a worship leader. I know that when I've led worship and I'm trying to sing or talk while I'm playing some music, having a capo there has made my life much easier because I can play some of those chords that are just a bit simpler and just make my life easier as a worship leader. So if you don't have a capo, go and get one, try it out, see what you think, see what you can find, what sort of sounds you can make by spreading out your voicings like we've talked about, and see if it works for you. We'll have some more information about capos in later videos and how we can use them with those shapes and patterns of playing that we've talked about. But if you have any other questions about guitar or about playing for worship, please email me. My email is simon_goff@can.salvationarmy.org. So make sure that you send us an email, like our videos, subscribe to YouTube, Facebook. We're going to keep on putting information out for you guys so that you can do better in serving your communities to lead them into the presence of God through worship. So keep doing what you're doing. Know that you're being prayed for and encouraged, and we'll talk to you soon.